Hello children, myself Swati Jayavant Kokate from Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School. Today we are going to learn one new lesson, civics, that is third lesson, how the state government works. So what do you understand by the lesson's name, children? We are going to see how the state government works for the people, because you know government is for the people, they represent the people. And today we are going to see how the state government works for this in the democratic country, how it helps or how it works, how it administers. So in the last year or in 6th standard, you have studied the governments in 3 levels. Okay, you just introductory part we have seen that these governments are divided into 3 parts. So which are these 3 levels or 3 parts? Local, state and national. Okay, last year in 6 we have seen local, how it works locally for the local people. In this year in 7th standard we are going to see how it works for the state level, and then next year we are going to see how it runs, how it works for the people in a democratic country for national level. So here in these pictures, just we will go through this, whose responsibility is, okay, it is to look after these things. These 2 girls are going through the newspapers. We will see in the picture what they are discussing about. Just open your books, children, textbook, come to chapter number 3, page number 30. These 2 friends, they are discussing, they are reading the paper. Hey, look at this, it says that there is a water shortage in outstate and people are falling sick. Then the another says, in many villages people were found to be drinking unclean water. Streams have dried up, also the tanks are also having no water. And the worst affected areas are like villages, where they have to go for even drinking water, they have to cross, they have to go to a long distance. Then here people at the district of Patalpuram receive water supply once in 3 days. The district hospital here is overflowing with patients, and a large number of whom are children with acute diarrhea. So these 2 girls, they are reading a newspaper and they find so many difficulties, children. So means water problems, some children are very sick, and also you can see that shortage of water, other means many problems they are facing. Then these 2 discuss that people at the district, they are also having children, they are having diarrhea, and on TV news they say that 10 people have died from diarrhea. So is it possible these children, these girls are thinking 10 of them have died. So they are also feeling now afraid that, oh no, just hope I don't get it. These girls, they are scared and they are saying that I should not get, means because of this even we will also fall sick. So they are discussing like that. And that afternoon when they are going to school, they discuss that mother has told not to take any cold drinks or any water items, that is iced drinks, from the market, so that the water they use is not good and not healthy for good for their health. Okay, so while they are going, suddenly the one lady police stops them and tells that this road is blocked to the rally. Why this road is blocked? Because some people have gathered there and it is called as Gherao, where it is to the MLA's residence. So these girls, they are not knowing why this Gherao is there, really why he has gone, what means, what happens, children, if anybody does some crime, then these people come or the police comes and takes that person. But here what happens, the girls are asking that police lady, why these people have come, why police are there here. So he has done that MLA, he has done something crime, these girls are asking to that lady. So she says that it seems more angry about what he hasn't done. Means these people are angry because that MLA has not done anything. Means what she has to say that while these elections, that person has promised that he will give proper water supply, sanitations and all facilities he will give in a good and proper manner, conditions. So these people, this is the leader, he is the leader of that Gera or of these people, and they are going and demanding the immediate actions to bring the public health situation under control. So our MLA must take the responsibility for this. What a loud voice he has, he must be a leader or something. So they are telling this, yes, he has seen him on the television, means he is the leader there. So here in these pictures we have seen that how these girls they discuss about various problems. Now they are having a question, now whose responsibility it is to give proper water supply, sanitation facilities and all. So whose responsibility we have seen. So let us have a look now how the state government works on it. How we have elected those representatives. They are the representatives of us, that is the people. We have elected them. So who is an MLA? In the above section you have read about some events in the Patalpuram. You may be familiar with some of the officials' names. So you may be knowing some of the words like he is a collector, he is a medical officer, he is a doctor, or like this any officers. But have you ever heard of an MLA? Yes, many times last year also you have gone through that. Who is an MLA? Okay, he is a member of the Legislative Assembly. Do you know the MLA of your area? You can identify which party she or he belongs to. Just ask your parents that who is the MLA of your area, and also ask her of which party he or she belongs. Then let us know here who is an MLA. Member of Legislative Assembly are elected by the people. So I have told you that this person, these members, those who stand for the elections, we go and put votes, they cast votes, and so they are elected by the people. Then they became members of Legislative Assembly and also form the government. So these people, what happens? They become members of the Legislative Assembly and then they form the government. In this way, we can say that the MLAs are the representatives of the people. They represent the people, means what we want, what are our needs, what we expect from them. All these things they go and they present it in the assemblies. So we can say that the MLAs are the representatives, or they represent the people. The example below will help us to understand this in a better way. Here every state, every state in India has a legislative assembly. State, you know na children, in India there are 28 states. Each state is divided into, then again that state is divided into different areas or constituencies. See children, now school is there. Suppose for example, I will tell you that only 1 or 2 teachers will be there and the full school will be made, means all the children will be made to sit in one class, is despite of their classes and all, and teacher is going to teach all the full class. Suppose a big hall is there and one teacher is teaching to those hundreds of children. What will happen? There will be a mess. Some children of first standard, they will not understand what is going on. some may think that this portion is over. Like this means there will be a mess in teaching also, explaining also, and the understanding level of each child. What are their needs? Okay, what portion should be taught to which class and all, it should be bifurcated as per their needs, isn't it? So in the same way, to make the administration or to make the proper utilization of resources, or we can say that for the proper administration, these states in India has a legislative assembly, and this each state is divided into different areas or constituencies. These different areas itself means as it is constituencies. When the state, it is divided into different parts. Okay, parts means how it is divided into different areas. Now in this map below, there is an example of the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now in this state, how the assemblies are divided, how the constituencies or that area is divided, and how it works, how that how these members were elected, we will see. So just have a look at the map. It shows that the state of Himachal Pradesh is divided into 68 assembly constituencies. So this Himachal Pradesh, it is divided into 68 areas. For your simple thing, I will tell you, for your understanding purpose, it is divided into 68 parts, isn't it? From each part, the people elect, from each area or in part, the people elect one representative who then becomes a member of legislative assembly. That is C, member of legislative assembly. The short form is MLA. Many times last year also you have heard this and gone through this word. So what happens? The people of that particular area, they elect one representative, that is one person. Many of them children, many of them from different parties, they stand for election, okay, and they come and they promise us many things, that they will do this, that, and many more things. Then on seeing their all work and all, we go and cast a vote, isn't it? You must have seen. Then they become a member of legislative assembly, that is MLA. So you would have noticed that people stand for elections in the name of different parties. So can you just recall which parties you have heard during elections? Yes? In your cities or in your area, which parties you have listened? You can ask to your parents also, like you must have listened Bharatiya Janata Party, that is BJP, Indian National Congress, that is INC, Communist Party of India, okay. Then many of them stand independent. I will explain you again these things. So what happens, children? Now you would have noticed that people stand for elections in the name of different parties. Just now I have told which parties, you can recall it. These MLAs therefore belong to different political parties. Now here these MLAs, they therefore belong to different political parties. Just now I have told you BJP or Indian National Congress, Communist Party of India, and all those things. So these MLAs belong to different political parties. Now how do these people who are MLAs become ministers, chief ministers and all? We are going to discuss this here. So now till now we have seen that they stand in elections, people give vote of to the person whom they feel that the person will work for for their area. Then these MLAs, how they become minister or chief ministers, CM. In many films also you see that there is a CM and all. So a political party whose MLA has won more than half number of constituencies in a state can be said to be in a majority. Now with simple example I will also explain, children. in class suppose you are going to choose a monitor. Fine. There are 5 children who are interested to become a monitor in your class. So 5 of them, they ask you for the vote. Okay. They tell you that please cast a vote to me. And what happens, these 5 are interested. So you can see that one of the friend or the classmate works very nice for your class. He helps all the people, all the pupils, that is all the children in the class. He is very helpful in nature. Also he is clever in studies, and all these parts you will see, and suppose you will cast the vote to that boy. And there are 40 children, suppose 40 children in a class. And what happens? This boy, means obviously he is a good boy, he is very cooperative and all. Then what happens? He will get more than 20, means there are 40 children, isn't it, in the class, and he will get more than 20 votes. So more than 20 children, they go and cast vote, or they put his name, okay, on the in the teacher's list, or they go and put his name's sheet in that box. So that teacher afterwards, when she counts, she will tell that, okay, suppose that child's name is Raj, he gets the Raj, okay, that boy, he will get more than 20 votes in the class. So here it is the example of majority, means out of 40, 20, more than 20 have given the votes for this boy, okay, this Raj. So majority, what is majority? When he gets more than half of the votes, that party automatically wins, and that party is called to be in a majority. So is it clear, children? When the person or when the member, when the MLA, he gets more than half of the number of constituencies, number of areas, votes is in a state, can be said to be in a majority. So this majority point, it is very important here. And the political party that has the majority is called the ruling party. Fine. Now here this is also important. Now this party has won and it has majority of votes. So it is called as the ruling party, and the rest all, okay. Now suppose again 5-6 members were there, okay. These other members, those who were standing in the elections, they are called as opposition party. Now suppose I have given the class example. Now this Raj, he has won, he is was in a majority, he will be called as political party, and ruling party, his party will be called as ruling party, and the rest all 3 members or 4 members who are standing in the for the monitors election, suppose they will be called as, and they also have got some of the votes, okay. Some have got 2 votes, 3, 4 like this, they also have got some of the votes, but it was very less than the majority, that is less than half of the votes. So these parties will be called as opposition party. Now for example, we will see that example of Legislative Assembly of the state of Himachal Pradesh. Okay, now here one more example. Once there was elections during 2017, and the reports or the results of that, it is given here. So we are going to see that example. So children, what is ruling party and what is opposition party? Did you understand? Is it clear to you? Just read once again and today itself, so it will be very clear to you. This because this is the major thing, it is very important. You should know which is ruling party and which is opposition party. So for one example, we are going to see here one more thing, that is example of this chart. See here, this is a chart, results of assembly elections in Himachal Pradesh in 2017. As I have given the example of this monitor, because in less means of a class I have told you for your easy reference. Now here we will see this parties. Okay, these are the political parties and these are number of MLAs elected. These are the members and they have how many members are elected here of that party, we are going to see here. Now see here, in Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP's 44 members were elected, okay, of different areas. Now suppose in your area BJP, INC, Communist Party, independent persons, like this, these were the political parties and they were standing. So from your area, this BJP's person or this member was the person who got too many votes, okay, majority means half of the votes were of him, more than or half. Then in other area like this, in how many? 68, okay, in this Himachal Pradesh, total 68 seats were there of these members and out of that 44 were of BJP, then 21 of INC, that is Indian National Congress, then only one was from Communist Party of India, and independents means those who don't want to be any member or any member, they want to don't go in any of the political party, they want to just be independent and they want to be MLAs like this, they don't want to work under any political party, they want their own existence. So these are, we call as independent, okay, apaksha, what we call in Marathi. So you can ask your parents, children, you can go through or just ask when was the election of these members, assemblies held in our area. This is of Himachal Pradesh, like this of your Maharashtra and your area, you can ask and just make a chart of this with the help of your parents. So how many parties were there, number of MLAs, how they were elected and which party got how many seats, okay, you can ask your parents. So is it clear, children? This chart is also very important because after that again the things will be more interesting. So now again MLAs are, till MLAs you have understood, then how there will be CMs, chief ministers and all, again we are going to see here. For more details, children, here one this given website is given, visit to this website for more details, you will get it, get the idea. Also you ask your parents, with the help of your parents, visit to this link and find out more details if you are interested. So till MLAs you have, it is very clear to you. Now what happens, candidates from various political parties won in these 2017 assembly elections and became MLAs. So these various political parties, they have won and they became MLAs in these assembly elections. As the total number of MLAs in the legislative assembly is 68. So how many members were there, children? There were 68. A political party would have needed to have more than 34 MLAs in order to gain a majority. As I told you, it should be half or more than to gain a majority. So a political party would have needed to have more than 34 MLAs in order to gain a majority. The Bharatiya Janata Party, that is BJP, with 44 MLAs had the majority. So which party in this chart you have seen who has gained more votes? Yeah, yes, BJP. How many it has got? It has got 44 MLAs. 44 MLAs have won from different areas. 44 MLAs were the winners, okay, and they had majority, means this party, they had more members, MLAs. So they were the ruling party. As I told you what is ruling party and what is opposition party. All the other MLAs became the opposition party. Yes, children, I have told you with the example of monitors also. Simple class example I have given you. So here the rest all parties, they have become the opposition party. In this case, the Indian National Congress, okay, INC was the major opposition party. Can you tell me why this INC, that is Indian National Congress, was the major opposition party? Yeah, because since it has the largest number of MLAs after BJP, we can say that the BJP was number 1, and after that who has got more votes, or which members MLAs were more? Yes, 21, that is of Indian National Congress. There were 21 MLAs who had won from different areas. So they were called as the major opposition party. This question also can be asked for 1 mark also, children, that who can be called as major opposition party. You can call it second one, that is the second person or the second party who has got more numbers than the first one. He is that party is called as the major opposition party, as it has got largest number of MLAs after the BJP. Then among the opposition were other parties, including those who had been elected as independent candidates. So even if the independent candidates, even if they are getting one or the other member, okay, 1 or 2 members are only elected from those constituencies, from those areas, then too they are also called as opposition party. So have you understand till here? Opposition party, major opposition parties, okay, ruling party, how they are elected and all. So now let us again see how these MLAs, or they become chief ministers, governors and all, how they are and who elects these again. So after the election, the MLAs belonging to the ruling party will elect their leaders. Okay. Now, okay, elections are over. We can see that this Bharatiya Janata Party here, it has got more, that is 41 members, and then MLAs belonging to the ruling party will elect their leaders who will become the chief minister. In this case, the BJP MLAs choose here in this Himachal Pradesh, whom they have chose as the MLA or the chief minister. They had chosen Sri Jairam Thakur as their leader, and he has become the chief minister in 2017. Now this chief minister then selects other people as ministers. After the election, it is the governor of the state who appoints the chief minister and other ministers. See children, there may be different ministers, okay. We can for the proper administration, we can just divide them in different parts. Then what happens? The MLA who is belonging to the ruling party. Now which is the ruling party here? Definitely BJP. Then they have chosen the person, okay, these all members they have chosen here in Himachal Pradesh Mr. Thakur, okay, as their leader. Then the chief minister selects all the other ministers, and after this election it is the governor, okay, here the governor of the state, he appoints the chief minister and other ministers. Then the chief minister and other ministers have the responsibility of running various governments, departments or ministries. So now the chief ministers and all the ministers whom they have just appointed or they have elected or they have selected, what is their responsibility? To run the various governments and their departments. Now they have separate offices. These all ministers, they have different offices. A legislative assembly is a place now where these people go, where they work, from where this ruling party or opposition party meet. So it is the legislative assembly. This is the place where these MLAs of ruling party, also opposition party, they also come and discuss on various things. Hence, some of the MLAs have dual responsibilities, that is double responsibilities, one as a MLA and the other as a minister. Means he may be MLA also and he might be chosen or he must be selected as a minister also. So, we will read this again in the further points, that is we are going to see again what is debates in the legislative assemblies. You must have seen debates na children, annual debate, what is debates, many times you have seen on the television. So, again we are going to see this, how the debates are there in the legislative assembly. Then working of the government, how it works, that also we are going to see in detail in the next lecture. Thank you.